This is Stephen Williams, Master Motivator and your encourager with your word for the week. I appreciate you giving me the chance to come into your space. I don't take it for granted. You know how I do though, before I can get a word in you, got to get something to come up out of you. Come on, say this with me. I'm the head, not the tail. I'm above, not beneath. I am fearfully and I am wonderfully made. I'm excited, taking the opportunity to come outside today to do something that is a little foreign to me. But that's what I really want to talk to you today about with your word of encouragement. Are you going to stay in the familiar place of bondage, or are you going to branch out and find the foreign place of your freedom? The familiar place is easy to hold on to. The familiar place is easy to justify. It is easy to come up with some excuse. Every time you think you can do something better, you come up with another excuse as to why you can't do it. I'm sharing with you, it is time for you to leave the familiar place. Paycheck to paycheck, disappointment, depression. It is time for you to find you a new place. Now here's the challenge with finding a new place. It's foreign. Never been there before. You've never done it before. Don't know how you're going to do it. You wouldn't know what to do if you didn't have paycheck to paycheck mentality. Listen, there is a new place of freedom in store for you. Yes, it's foreign, but it's there. It's designed for you to be great. It's designed for you to do the actual miraculous. And so the question on the floor is, are you going to remain in your familiar place of bondage? Or are you going to take a chance, step out, and do something that's foreign to you so that you can have a level of freedom? Don't just get stuck on the job. You have a gift inside of you that's bigger than where the cubicle that you're sitting in. You have a gift inside of you that's bigger than the office that you sit in. And you have to be willing to be okay with saying it's foreign, but I want some freedom. You can't just get stuck looking at the beach, sitting on the beach, chilling. What about the dream of you being on the boat that's on the beach? It's foreign to you. But if you don't try it, you'll never experience the freedom that it brings you. I'm out here amongst the birds and the trees. The students are walking around preparing to do what they're doing. It is an unfamiliar place for me. But in order for me to do that, I had to get over my fear of anybody looking at me and say, I want the freedom to be able to express myself. And that's what you have to do. Release your fear. Remove from it. Look, I said this and I read this somewhere and I thought it was so powerful, that it is not failure that kills dreams. It is doubt and fear. Most people never even get out the block to even try to do something. The failure of their lives is done right in between their head, right here, right here. And you've got to be able to get over the fear and the doubt and at least try. Give yourself an opportunity, and you're going to find out that when you leave the familiar place of bondage, that there is a foreign place of freedom like you've never experienced before in your life. I honestly believe this is the season. I honestly believe this is the time. I had to do it just the other day. If I want something great, I'm going to have to do something a little bit different. I'm going to have to think about it a different way. It starts. Your new day starts with your new voice. You've got to bring your voice up. You've got to do something wonderful. And I believe you can. This is the season to leave the familiar and find your freedom. The familiar of bondage. And be okay with freedom. It may be foreign to you. Come to some new ground. Get to some new places. Hey, it's time to fly first class instead of coach. It's time for you to do it. You have that mentality. It's already in you. It's in your DNA. It's in your genes. Go make it happen. Do great things. And I promise you, you will not regret it. No fear. Move from bondage to freedom.